Hey, everybody. So we are here. It is my living room, and I've got Breakfast Guy with me, also known as Pat.
Fucking breakfast guy. The nickname.
So
I gotta go to. I just gotta go to. I gotta go to Aftershock now with a shirt that says, "Hey, I'm the breakfast
hey,
guy."
I'm the Breakfast Guy. Yeah,
from the
if
podcast.
we had last year, it was hilarious, and I wish it would have made the video rounds on that.
Yeah.
But I think it kind of did in the vlog I had where. A guy came up to us. He's like, "Oh yeah, I watch your stuff," and then he's like, "And I saw you eat breakfast."
I saw you eating breakfast.
And so I think I did one last year when we had breakfast. Is I gotta get a thing of you eating breakfast. So
I'm the breakfast guy, apparently.
So we're doing this because sadly there is no Aftershock this year, and I just kind of we kind of talked about it already, but I just wanted to do a quick, maybe 10, 15-minute video or whatever it is, and just kind of talk about either memories or things like what is it this year? Like, what were you looking forward to? Like, the thing that sucked is that we didn't even really have anybody but Metallica and MCR.
Yeah, there was they never released the lineup. So they usually release the lineup around June, July.
Yeah, you'd have a couple of months to kind of I'm going to plan myself out, and actually probably about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, we would have gotten the schedule, and you could have planned your day, figured out what bands you wanted to go see, do all that fun stuff, and now, everything is fucked, and so
now we're planning out days off for next week, because we're going to a four, no, I'm not Tom Brady, 4-day Aftershock.
Yeah, we're That's going to be interesting. I mean, I was talking about it actually yesterday with my coworkers, and I think about it, I was like, oh man, this weekend would have been the fucking show.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I called you when I got off work. I was like, man, I got an update saying that I have an Aftershock concert today. Ain't this a bitch?
Yeah. It just, I mean, it kind of sucks. I kind of get it.
Kind of. It sucks.
No, I mean,
but
I kind of get it. Why they tried as long as they could.
No, yeah, no. I'm not saying against anything with them. I'm just in general the whole thing with the pandemic, blah 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 blah. But I just realized that my watch was flashing your camera.
Hey, sexy.
But I just mean, yeah, it just sucks that that was, like I said, we look forward to that every year, and. Like I said, one of the main things I was excited about, because we didn't have a lineup yet, was seeing Metallica, and for 2 nights. Like I said, I remember I was saying last year, I was like, man, you know what? Maybe I'll skip Aftershock next year and just save the money and blah blah blah. And then Metallica 2 nights at Aftershock, and I said, guess who's buying tickets for Aftershock? Because like I said, I love Metallica, and I haven't seen them in forever, and it's like, not that I don't know when they're coming. It's just their tickets are so fucking expensive.
Oh yeah, the last time that they came here was the S&M album, and if you haven't listened to that, it's actually pretty damn good. But it's kind of also at the same time kind of a rehash of the old S&M album. But yeah, I wanted to go see them, and it's like, okay, well, you can see them if you, either decide to pay scalper thousands of fucking dollars to go see them, or you pay almost $200 for a fucking nosebleed seat.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like $300, and you get 3 days worth of fucking music, and you get to see them for 2 fucking days. And I don't care if one day I'm not close,
Yeah.
We've always planned it really well of where we're going to be within the crowd, I think, on the last days, or the big headliners and everything like that. But it's still, I wouldn't have cared. I mean, it's still going to be cool, and who knows how they're going to build the stage and how they're going to move around and what they're going to do. Because usually, their big thing with all of their shows lately is just put the stage in the middle of the goddamn place, and then they walk up and they play in the middle of the place. So maybe Metallica was going to have their own special fucking area. I don't fucking know, but it kind of was just the right thing. Like, it was perfect.
Yeah.
To get that price to go see that band. And then, I know he's not as much of a fan of them, but I'm a big fan of My Chemical Romance, and I've never seen them live before. They're getting back together, and
yeah, I'm not too worried about being close
that's
for
the
that
day
one.
that I want to be there, too. But they did do. I mean, I know why they did the 4th day. It's like, we're gonna save our money. We're gonna give you a 4th day if you defer. If you don't want your money back, you get a 4th day for free, and you get a dog barking in the background. That's exactly what you get. And I didn't know how Danny Wimmer figured out the dog barking thing, but, it's still like, okay, Well, I was gonna save the ticket anyway because why would I want to repay for it next year?
Yeah.
You know, oh, okay, let me give up my 2 days of Metallica to, because, and I understand that there are a lot of people that probably needed the money.
No, you're stupid.
Because
you're going to go next year and get to see them again. So why not just keep paying it off?
Yeah.
My opinion.
Especially if you paid for it all up front. If you just recently did it, maybe I could understand it.
I mean, if anything, I can understand maybe like if, look, I am not going to Aftershock next year. I had a trip planned, blah, blah, blah. I can't go. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, if you plan on going to Aftershock anyways, then what would be the difference? Just defer.
Yeah.
That's what we did. And we got a 4th day for free.
You get a 4th day for free. And it's, I think that it's like I said, it's a pretty good deal. And I'm just wondering who that headliner is going to be, how they're going to do it.
Rage?
Because I don't know if it's going to be Rage, man, because it's, you have Coachella is back again next year, but it's later in the month.
It's actually in October.
It's in October, yeah. And it's normally in October, too, isn't it?
No.
Or, no, that's the, country one, Stagecoach. Stagecoach.
I never heard of that one.
Never heard of Stagecoach?
No, I'm going to check it
Stagecoach
out.
is your, Coachella for country people.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Get down over there in the bayou.
Okay, country. There's between the country and the bayou. That's
Sorry, it just slipped out that way. Went through, but
you know what sounds good?
What does?
Like shell shock or something. With all that.
Oh, with all the crab and everything like that. Go get some crabby. Get some Louisiana cooking. That place over here is really good too. That Southern Comfort, but that's now talking about food on an Aftershock video.
The breakfast guy.
Well, the breakfast guy is about food, but I think
who knows who they're gonna get. There's bands I'd like to name that I wish would love to be there, but I think they're gonna get someone pretty big.
I'm telling you that you're gonna get one of the big. I mean, we can make predictions right now of who we think we're going to see. I think you're going to get one of the big bands that's always been there, always draws a big crowd. Like you're going to get a Slipknot, like a Corey Taylor band, whether it's going to be Corey Taylor by himself, or it's going to be Stone Sour, or it's going to be Slipknot. I think you're going to get one of those type of bands. I think that
Godsmack.
You might, maybe they'll be back. Maybe Stained will be back as well. The Disturbed Stained tour is going to be going around again at the same time.
Yep.
It's possible that we're going to get one of them. Disturbed, they could be coming back because it's also anniversary of Down with the Sickness. At least this year it was. It was the 20th anniversary, and so we might actually see them out there. I really wish that they would bring back one of the things that I actually really liked that they did in the early days was bring back like the local stage, or they would each day they would have at least 2 or 3 bands that were kind of local, like they played for it and then they won the rights to be there. I wish they would do that again because there were some cool bands from the area that were up there, and they haven't done that in the last couple years. Or even at least to open the show. And that one year, I think it was either last year or the year before, where Death Angel opened the whole goddamn show. And I'm like, I thought they were going to be later, but there was some switching thing, and I was pissed off about that. Yeah. But I'd like to see like a local area, give some people, if you're going to have one of those days, either it be the Thursday and Friday maybe, just have an area where you have a bunch of local bands that don't get to play for crowds this big. Have them come up, and you don't have to do local bands just from fucking Sacramento. You can reach all the way down to LA. You can, go from Washington, Oregon, wherever you want, Nevada, just from the whole area, bring them there. Treat them like fucking royalty for one fucking day and allow them to experience a crowd that they would never experience before.
Yeah. And they might be able to gain some fans that way.
Yeah. I mean, that'd
be kind of cool.
That was kind of cool about the first year is that they had a bunch of bands that were either unsigned or that, you never. That's how I found out about Gemini Syndrome, because I'm like, who the hell is this guy? I want to listen to this band. And fucking A, I love them so much. Like this is where I find like my new music is going to festivals like this. Yeah. Because you get nice 20-minute sets and you get a feel for what the band is. And then you see people that like Tech Nine. Never thought I'd go see Tech Nine, but you see him play at the show. I had a lot of fun seeing that guy.
Yeah, Tech Nine was cool. That'd be cool if they got E40. It's not really that genre, but I mean, they had Tech Nine.
Yeah, they did, and
I love E40 Live is great.
And that would be really hilarious actually if they had that, or you randomly get DMX to show up. And do
I'd be the front. I'd push my way to the front for that one.
Oh yeah, and then you could have him do that song he did with Marilyn Manson. You know, you have Marilyn Manson there.
The snake.
Oh,
the
you think
rat,
Manson's gonna
the
be
cat,
back?
the dog. If there's vodka.
If there's vodka, drugs.
Damn, that guy was so wasted, man.
Man, he was bad. You might see Pussifer there this year, Maynard's other band, because they're just releasing an album, I think, either next week or the week after that, possibly when we're filming this video.
You know who I would love to be there, and I know you've seen them before, but Pearl Jam, because I've never seen Pearl Jam.
Yeah, Pearl Jam would be great, but I don't know if they. I don't know. That's one of those bands I'm not sure if they do it. Like, they're going to be touring again, hopefully next year. Hopefully I'll be able to use my fucking ticket and go see them. But that would be a great. Foo Fighters would be fantastic.
I was going to say Red Hot Chili Peppers, but didn't their guitarist just pass?
No, you're thinking about Van Halen, man.
No, I heard something about someone from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Maybe one of the old Red Hot Chili Peppers guitarists passed.
Okay.
I don't know, but the
I
big
was
one,
gonna
of
say,
course, is Eddie Van
I think
Halen.
my mom told me about it, and then I was like, I don't remember ever seeing anything, but that was in the back of my head.
Well,
Chili Peppers would be fucking awesome.
I think John Frusciante rejoined them again, so it would be cool to see them and him. Though you'd get a lot of the same style songs as the night went on, with the same cadence and beat. But it would still be fucking cool. I'm not saying it's not fucking cool, but they're early. It's like, play your early stuff. Don't play the stuff in the last 5 years.
I tell you someone who I've been wanting ever since I started going there, Papa Roach.
Yeah, Papa Roach would be a great, and they're local enough.
That's what I'm saying. They're from Vallejo.
Yeah, I thought they were from Fresno.
No, they're from Vallejo.
They're from Vallejo. Well, they're from the fucking area, right? They're somewhere close by, at least within driving distance of fucking Sacramento. Or they should maybe do that. Like, have a stage that is just like California bands.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know, there's also some like punkish bands that I'd love to see. I'd love to see, like, I know Goldfinger's been doing a bunch of different festivals and stuff everywhere. I'd love to see those guys, because you got when you got like MCR playing over on the main stage, you kind of throw the metal-ish thing out the window, and it would be fun to see like a lot of different type of like punk bands actually come through. Like Rancid would also be a fucking phenomenal, because they put on a phenomenal fucking show. It'd be great to see them again.
I say two bands that I would love to see there. One, it would be The Offspring.
That'd be great.
That was a great show too.
Oh, yeah,
I've seen them more than once, but I mean that was just great. And then I'd say an off band that would be, it would still be a second stager. I would say would be Lacuna Coil.
Yeah, they played there before.
Have they?
Yeah, they did about 5 years back or something like that.
Limp Bizkit.
Then they had played there before.
I know
too.
they played the year I think before
you started going. Yeah.
And I because I haven't seen Limp Bizkit since I think the last time I saw Limp Bizkit live was in the early 2000s, and so that would be great to have Limp Bizkit. Another one because I've seen him once and he was freaking great on stage. I would love to see him again. Would be Kid Rock.
See, I'm a little off because I've never been a big Kid Rock fan, but I'm pretty sure that it would be
who I would like to see.
It'd be a good stage show. I've heard he has a really good show.
That's what. Yeah.
Though he seems to have gotten soft. And he's become more of like, kid soft rock than just Kid Rock, doing songs with Sheryl Crow.
Well, when you're trying to tap it.
Well, I guess so. When you're trying to hit Sheryl Crow, not in that way, but
Get on the floor, tap that. There we go. Have the Lonely Islanders there.
Yeah. See, that'd be cool too, because they're local too.
Yeah.
They're fucking Oakland rappers.
I know they're Lonely Island.
Lonely Island.
But it would have been fun to have Ben on this one too. But
yeah, it would have. But I think that there's
like I said, I just get a little bit more variety in the bands, and then I like what else do we like prepare? We're talking about being prepared for like if you have never been to one.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know, and usually we kind of do a refresher one, before we go, but we can talk about it for those that maybe have never been, and we're going to go because of Metallica, and this was going to be your first year. One, who knows about masks or whatever, but sometimes a mask is a good idea just for the amount of dirt,
the dust,
that gets kicked up.
Going in between sets, like when you're there, you're fine when you're watching it usually, but it's like going in between, especially this one spot. If you don't have the VIP.
Oh.
You have to go around, and it's not that big of a deal for walking around, but there's a certain area it's just straight almost dirt, and it gets dusty as hell.
It's not so bad anymore. It was bad the first time they did it, because they extended originally when they did the VIP area, like it went all the way back, like almost to like where you can cut right now. It went
Yeah.
further back than that,
That's dumb.
almost to the entrance area. So you had to go like all the way the fuck around. And I remember the first year that they did that, I was like, well, this fucking sucks. Like they
Yeah.
really just need a like, hey, this is the VIP area, but here's the little thing so you can just cut over. Like it would. I understand you want to fuck the plebes. And you want to be like, well, you didn't pay this much for this VIP ticket, so we're going to give
Yeah.
those VIP guys perks. Get it. I understand it. But still, like, they did a better job of cutting the distance that you need to walk
Yeah.
to get around there. Because that whole thing used to just be all the food trucks. And so there was no other way but to go all the way around.
Yeah, well, I think that's
That
smart
sucked.
how they had it. They have some over here and then some booths here.
Yeah,
the
they've
food.
definitely gotten better. I really liked it when they did it at that ranch way out there, except for driving out of that place. That was a fucking nightmare. The other thing would be, water. You can bring your own water in. You just have to have, I think, a clear container. So, like, if you brought one of those jugs of water in with you, you could do that. No caps, of course. So, and you can bring a backpack as long as it's clear,
Yeah.
right? So
Remember, clear backpack.
you don't know how many people we have seen that have to be turned away because you don't bring a clear fucking backpack. Don't be dumb.
Yep. It's like you're going to a baseball or football game or whatever. You have to have the clear
And they
backpack.
will
Well, at least
give
over
you,
here in Oakland.
they will give you also a clear like strap thing, backpack. If you just want to bring some of your stuff and get one from them when you're there, there's like a Cache Creek or whatever, whomever fucking sponsors it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But you get one of those, and that'll help you out a lot as well. Anything else that you think is a common question?
Well, comfortable shoes.
Comfortable shoes.
Because you're going to be doing a lot of walking to get in. Because where they drop you off, you're not going to be right in the front. You're going to have to take a good walk to get to the front entrance. And that's just to get to the front entrance. So then you got all the walking and standing that you'll be doing during the concert. Yep. So I would say make sure you wear comfortable shoes, do a good stretch before.
Get your steps in. You're going to get your steps in.
Yeah, if my fat ass can do it, you guys can definitely do it. But it's still better to be prepared. You know what I mean?
I would say with your Ubers and your Lyfts, there is a specific designated area that you can get it. If you do not care at all for the last band, if you decide that you're going to want to stay, go ahead and stay. But just know that you're going to wait forever for a Lyft or an Uber to come if you are there at the end, because everybody and their mom and your connections are going to die, and people are going to try to steal your shit.
or if you decide to leave early and Uber and Lyft can't get their shit together.
Yeah. I don't understand it. I mean, I don't
like
even...
it happened to us.
That's another fucking rant for another fucking time. But they don't even... How you've driven this place so many goddamn times, like, how do you not know how it fucking... Like, the one guy, he started coming up where it was the exit, and clearly down the way was where you needed to turn.
Yeah.
And even when we went there later, there's signs everywhere that say you need to go this way and get in there. And then somebody else with Scott and I tried to jump in our Lyft as we were going to leave that night. I think the night
Were you
after
already
we left.
in it?
No. They flagged them down like way before us. And then when I was like, it's because it said on the app, it was like, oh, your Lyft has been, your trip has started. And so I called the guy. I'm like, you didn't pick us up. Where the hell? I was like, you're in the car. I'm not in the car. Like, I'm not going to get charged for somebody else.
Yeah.
And then he kicked them out, and he came and actually got us. That's why I say that people are going to try to steal, because everybody just, they have their thoughts of I'm more important than you,
Well, and that's the thing is, though, too, is that that's on these guys, too, because in cases like this, like any other normal time, you get you get your Lyft or whatever, or your Uber, you'll be fine getting picked up. But in cases like this, they need to say, let me see your verification somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of just saying, oh, how's it going, Brian? Oh, yeah, my name's Brian now.
Oh, yeah, I'm Brian.
Oh, okay.
No problem. Also, there are hotels that seem like they're a long walk, and they're not that long of a walk back to it. There was one, I think the one that we stayed at last year. The last night Scott and I walked back, and that's where we saw all the crazy thing, that apartment that caught on fire and everything like that. The walk back to that from there, it's maybe 15, 20 minutes. It's not that bad. The biggest struggle is getting up that hill that you go down if you're coming from like the I don't know. I guess like if you looked at a map, it'd be like the north side of it, not where the Uber and stuff is. After a long night, it sucks to walk up that hill, but then everything else is just downhill.
Yeah.
Like you just go downhill, walk to the main street, and walk over. Depending where you are, there's also plenty of places to eat around there. So if you need to get stuff afterwards, before, you can always get a lot of things. Places tend to stay open a little later around there during that whole thing.
And so if you've I'm sorry, I thought you were done.
No.
If you've never been either, know that you can't just like have food in your car, go out and get it, and come back in. Once you're in, you're in.
You're stuck.
There's no re-entry. You can't like leave and come back later. So, definitely, if you don't want to pay for food there, eat a huge breakfast before you go, and then eat good when you leave.
Yeah, and they've done a lot better with the food. They've got food trucks as well as just like these stands that are there, where they got like one place is the like exotic food place where they got like crocodile and shit like that, and they actually have some pretty good food. I'm very surprised. That's the one thing that I'm surprised at, is that the food is actually, it's decently priced and actually is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I've ever had anything that was terrible, except for those whatever the sauce they used on the yuca fries that I bought. I got like garlic yuca fries, and they put some crazy shit on there, and that wasn't very good. And the other biggest thing, and everybody asks me about this too, when you're talking about bringing water, bringing your own. But if you're gonna buy water there, it's like $2-3.
Yeah,
it's reasonable. It's absolutely reasonable. Like in comparison to an Oakland A's game, where I'm gonna pay $7 for fucking water, for a bottle of water, $7. $3, perfectly fine.
Yeah,
you can deal with it. Like if you really had to, and it's also $3 for like everything else, like Gatorades, Diet Cokes, all that fun stuff. If you want, if you're gonna drink alcohol, of course, it's kind of regular pricing, I would say, for most places.
Yeah, we don't usually drink over there. Maybe have at least one beer all together.
We have one beer, one shot, something like that. So if you want to, you can do it. Just make sure that cash is better, because cash, almost everybody takes it and helps everybody move on faster. Like that's the thing, is the lines are actually pretty good for the most part, and it'll help everybody else if you just bring cash. Like just take it out. Don't rely on your Apple Pay, your cards, everything like that, because while they do have connections out there are spotty, really, really spotty.
Well, you got 100 something thousand people there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's not enough cell power.
Yeah. So, and know that your cell service is going to go out during the biggest times of the day. It'll be good up until probably say about 4 or 5, and then after that, it'll be terrible.
Yeah.
So
agreed. And then, like you were saying, if you don't leave early, prepare for the herd.
Yeah.
And what I say by the herd is, you are going to be with a lot of people trying to leave all at once.
Yeah. And you can hang out a little bit if you want to avoid the herd, but they will try to move you out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because they're very efficient at getting that place cleaned up and ready for the next day.
Night. Yep.
Yeah. Which is really great. And try not to be a dick in terms of throwing your bottles and shit on the ground. Like, that's the one thing that I hate when you go to like these things.
Yeah.
You do nothing but
I'm done with it.
I'm done with it. I'm just going to throw it here. Like, just hold it for a little bit, and then there's a lot of like recycling shit that you can throw it in there right away. So, and even Zach says recycle.
Yep.
As he's sniffing into the microphone over there and giving Patrick a problem.
Well, lay down. Go.
But is there anything else that we can think about? If you guys are watching this and you enjoyed the content,
sunscreen.
You want to put down below any comments that you have, any
questions
you have, and we could go through definitely and talk about them again, on another video at some other time.
If we were smart, we would have sent out, if you have any questions, then we could have answered them here, but we don't think like that. But I would say sunscreen for sure. You're out in Sacramento, and it gets hot out there.
Even in October, it's fucking sweltering.
So if you burn easily, definitely some sunscreen and maybe a hat.
Yeah, the hats might be good. You might lose your hat too at the same time. You know, especially depending on what you do. The crowds can get a little rowdy, but it's nothing like, man, and that's a rant for another time, but it's nothing like when, you know, we were younger and going to these shows and the way the crowds would be. There's a lot of fighting the invisible ninjas, as I call it, where people, they're mosh dancing, they're not really doing anything. And anybody that's out there, if you're going to be in the pit and you're going to be in that area, don't get fucking butthurt if people are fucking running into you. Just fucking take it. Because that's what's going to happen.
The only time I get a little irritated is when I go stand in a spot for an hour waiting for a band to start, and you wanted to go to the other stage to watch this other band that was playing before them, and then try to push past me hella hard in my back to get to the pit. Like, if you wanted to get to the pit, you should have been there on time.
Right. Plan yourself out. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, get the app. Like, and it's just not, I'm not trying to like plug them. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. They have an app. It has the schedule. You can plan out your day and who you want to see. I'd love to be sponsored by them. And you could just do that and get yourself kind of set in who you want to see. Because the biggest issue that I've had the last maybe 3-4 years is that the start times are like within 5 to 10 minutes of each other. So you're going from one location over here all the way to the next location, and you have to be there with it. And it's doable, but just know that if you want to see Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson stops 10 minutes before him, either you're going to leave during like the last 10 minutes of Marilyn's set to make sure that you get a good spot over there, or you're going to have to fight everybody to get over to that side before everything starts. And if there's somebody that you want to see that's going to be at that stage and they're going to be next with the person that you're seeing, you got to have to make the sacrifice of, I want to get a good spot, stay there, I'm going to miss this person. And it sucks with the little side stage thing because that thing is all the way in the fucking corner.
Yeah.
And if there's somebody there that you want to see, make sure that you have to see them, right? If there's somebody else that you're like, if you're tied between two people, maybe you want to go to a main stage. That's personal, but some people really, the side stage gets wild too, so it's probably a good idea every now and then to go over there and check out somebody. Yeah,
so. Definitely.
All right, is there anything else that we got to go through?
I think enjoy it. Be kind. Like I said, I know it's a rock show and we're all, we're moshing and all that other stuff, but we don't have to be dicks about it.
No.
If someone falls, pick them up. You don't need to be throwing punches and shit like that. But
and it's one thing I do like about the community, the metal community and the rock community, is that a lot of times they do believe in that. There are some dicks and some people that don't normally go to these things. Usually younger kids, but they eventually learn. But
when the older person punches them in the face.
But yeah, I think that that's. Everybody's cool to each other. Everybody's kind to each other. It's a lot of fun. I miss seeing everybody this year that goes to these shows. I miss producing the stuff and recording all the crap that I do. Hopefully next year it's bigger and better than ever. And if you guys are watching this and you've liked the content, I appreciate it. Pat, the breakfast guy, appreciates it.
Definitely. And I'd say go back and check out our other vlog videos, or they're called.
He's got his own vlog videos on his channel. Your channel is
Solus64.
And so if you're watching this on my channel, the Toolbert channel, go ahead and check out his stuff too. He's got a bunch of things.
Yeah,
he's got a bunch of other stuff that I don't even do.
Yeah, but I also have a lot of like a whole tab or playlist, I guess it's called, of concerts, and there's I have the past Aftershocks that I've been to and some other concert stuff, but in a lot of food review videos, so check those out. Since we're ending this, might as well throw it in there.
Food reviews and rants and stuff like that, because he is the breakfast guy. Is that going to be your next nickname, Pat the Breakfast Guy?
I guess so. I should do some more breakfast stuff.
You should. But yeah, so just keep it here. And if you like this content, we'll do more of these little videos and stuff like that, and kind of get them going. This is kind of not necessarily a little last minute, but it's something that we've been meaning to do, and got some things. So thank you guys. Hope to see everybody there next year. And as we get closer and closer, hopefully when we start getting things like artists that are coming up and like that, there'll be videos talking about whatever it is, and we maybe we'll do a speculation video. People have thoughts and everything like that. You can leave them in the comments below. Hit us up on our socials, and we could do more of these like little things, and that'd be kind of cool.
Yep.
So, All right, thank you guys for watching. Pat, anything else you got?
Rock on.
All right, take care, everybody.